Good evening. This is the Sports Scholar coming at you with Week 9 of the NFL plays. Um, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go at it, and you can click that like button. You can also reach me on trackpicks.com, where I was documenting the number one handicapper in the NFL in 2017. Also documented number one handicapper overall. With that said, let's go to the first game, which is the Oakland Raiders going to the San Francisco 49ers, which is pretty close to each other. But both teams are at the bottom. Oakland is actually rushing for less than 100 yards per game. Gruden is the highest paid coach in the league, and he is stealing money. I can't back the 49ers, though, because they are turnover prone. So take the Raiders plus the 3. Next game, we have the Detroit Lions going to Minnesota. Minnesota's a 5.5 point favorite. Total 49. Detroit is 3-0 against the spread on the road. Minnesota is 1-2 against the spread at home. Last year, these teams split, and both teams actually won on the road. So, with that said, it's hard to back either side on this game here, so I lean to the over. Next, we have the Kansas City Chiefs going to Cleveland. Kansas City is laying 9 points on the road, total 51. Both teams actually have a balanced attack. Kansas City is 4-0 against the spread on the road, where Cleveland is actually 3-1 at home. Coaches were fired on the Cleveland side, and a lot of times teams play well once the coach is fired. But I don't like Greg Williams at all. I don't think he's going to be a good head coach. He's a decent coordinator, defensive coordinator, but head coach, I don't like him as a coach. But I'm going to pick one side anyway, so I will take the Cleveland plus the 9. Next, we have Pittsburgh going to Baltimore. Baltimore is laying 3. Total is 47.5. Pittsburgh are winners of the last 3 and have not lost on the road. Baltimore have lost their last 2, and I wouldn't go against Baltimore losing 2 in a row. But the fact is that they have beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh 26-14 earlier this year. So with that said, take the Pittsburgh Steelers plus the 3. Next, we have Tampa going to Carolina. Carolina is laying 6.5. Tampa hasn't won a road game this year, but their last 2 road games, they were right there. Carolina is unbeaten at home. They swept Tampa Bay last year, and they were actually swept in 2016. Although I don't like Fitzpatrick, I think the game will be close. So I would actually tease the Panthers in this spot at laying a 0.5 point. Next, with the New York Jets going to Miami. Miami's laying 3. Total is 45. Jets lost the last 2 games and last 3 road games. They also lost to Miami in week 2, 20-12. Miami also losers of the last 2, whose defense have given up 42, 32, 28, and 27, and 38 points in their last 5. With revenge on mind for the Jets, I'll take the Jets plus the 3 and also lean to the over. Next game we have Atlanta going to Washington. Now, Atlanta are winners of their last 2, but winless on the road. Was also winners of last 3 and 3-1 at home. And that's for Washington. So numbers is about right. Should be a close and hard-fought game. Both teams should score. So I lean to the over. Next game we have the Chicago Bears going to Buffalo. Buffalo is getting 10 points. Total is 37.5. Chicago is playing their 4th game in a row against AFC East opponents. This time they're playing the worst team in the East, who are having all kinds of troubles, okay? But Buffalo is starting Nathan Peterman, who has lost the last 3 games. I'm talking about the Bills. They lost their last 3 games, scoring 6 and 5 points in their last 2. They must have an offensive breakout. And here's the thing. Peterman is a horrible quarterback, first of all. Okay, he's thrown 4 interceptions this year and hasn't played a complete game. Last year, I remember he threw 5 interceptions just in the first half of the game. But they can't get any worse. Well, they can't really get any worse than what they have as far as on the offensive side of the ball. I look for Peterman to throw a couple touchdowns this week. Also, to throw a couple interceptions. And probably a pick 6. With that said, I lean over. We have a generous number of 37.5. Buffalo, in order to keep the fans interested, they're going to have to take some chances, and I think Peterman is the man to do that. So I think the Bills will probably score between 17 to 24 points for the first time in a long time. So if they score anything close to that, this game is going to go over the total. So I lean over. Next game, we have Houston against Denver. Denver is laying 1.5. The total is 46.5. Houston has won 5 straight, and at the beginning were very lucky. Now they actually look like a legit 5-3 team. With Deshaun Watson playing like a monster like he did last year before getting hurt. Throwing 5 touchdowns last week. Denver is 2-2 at home, losing to Kansas City and the Rams, which isn't bad. Both of those games were close. One game that again looks tough to me. So I think again in this game both teams will score, so I lean to the over. Next game we have is the Los Angeles Chargers going to Seattle. Seattle is laying 2, total of 48. The Chargers are 5-2, losing to only Kansas City and the Los Angeles Rams, winning 4 straight. Playing a Seattle team that has won their last 2, only losing 1 game at home to the Los Angeles Rams by 2 points. Both teams are actually playing great ball. But at the end of the day, I'll have to take the home team. Take the Seattle Seahawks, minus the 2. Next game we have on the slate is the LA Rams playing the New Orleans Saints. The Rams is the only undefeated team left, going 8-0 and 4-0 on the road, but playing only one good team on the road, and really should have lost it, which was the Seattle Seahawks. The records of the teams combined on the road are 9-19. Now they're playing a team that's won 6 straight, coming back home in an important game. The Rams have Seattle, then Kansas City on deck. So they are starting to face a lot tougher competition. So with that said, I'm taking the New Orleans Saints minus the 2. The Sunday night game we have is the Green Bay Packers playing the New England Patriots. Patriots are laying 6. Total right now is 58.5. The Packers are 3-1, but have not lost 2 straight, and are actually in jeopardy to do that now. This is a must game for the Packers, who have not won a road game all year. New England's are winners of 5 straight and are 4-0 at home. Should be a high-scoring contest, but because of the importance of this game, I'll take the Packers to keep this game close. The Monday night game we have is the Tennessee Titans going to the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is actually laying 6.5, total 41. Now Tennessee has lost 3 straight and lost a couple of heartbreakers. Dallas lost a big game last week to Washington, yet have not won or lost 2 straight games this year. I see that this game can go either way. It should be a close game all the way through, so I'll have to take Tennessee plus the 6.5. Who could actually win this game straight up? Now, guys, you can still, again, click the like button. I will do this on a weekly basis. Last week didn't have such a great week going. A total of 6-7-1. We look to bounce back. Have a great week this week. Again, hit that like button. Also subscribe, and you can get my picks every week. They should come out either Wednesday night or Thursday morning. But these picks will be on the wire here. So, with that said, again, I'm the Sports Scholar, documented #1 handicapper in the NFL. On TrackPicks.com, you can check me out there. And also documented a #1 handicapper in all sports. You can also check me out on Sport Talk with Matt. With that, have a great evening, and thanks for watching.